The Tom Green County Sheriff's Office confiscated around a dozen horses from a home off of US 67 South. Some are saying this is the worst condition they've ever seen horses in.
And these are some of the worst that we've seen here in a long time.
The American Association of Equine Practitioners, we have a scoring system. It's 1 to 9. 1 being that they're emaciated, 9 is a very, very fat horse. Most of these horses are 1s.
The Sheriff's Office got a complaint about the 12 horses on Wednesday. They went out to the property that day, along with 2 special rangers with the Texas Southwestern Cattle Raisers Association and a veterinarian. It was determined the horses were in such bad condition, they needed to be seized.
I had 2 small little troughs. One was half full of water and the other was 3/4 full. There was no vegetation on the place besides cactus, mesquite bushes, and mesquite trees. And like I said, the hay was outside of the fenced area and there's no way they get to it.
The deputies did make the woman and her 2 sons take that hay into the pen while they were there. Other than that, the horses were left with few options: bark off the trees and worse.
Several of the animals had cactus thorns in their mouths where they've been trying to eat the cactus because they were so hungry.
Veterinarian Gary Hodges says something like this doesn't happen overnight. It could have taken months.
You know, how long to get to this point, you know, it's a guess, but it's not something that's occurred in a very short period of time.
As for the owner of the horses, she's no stranger to the law or animal cruelty.
The owner's name is Brenda Llewellyn. She's a 65-year-old female that has a history of this. She has 2 previous convictions of cruelty to non-livestock animals.
If you'd like to get involved, you can contact the Tom Green County Sheriff's Office. Any donations are welcome. Reporting in San Angelo, Sonora Scott, Fox News First. It's been 5 days since the Tom Green County Sheriff's Department seized these horses. Now, it'll take weeks to see improvement in their body conditions, but their behavior has already improved.
I guess you could say we're getting their tummies full. We had to do this very slowly, but they're not standing out in the hot sun trying to eat all the hay. They're already full.
Dr. Gary Hodges, the vet in charge of their rehab, says a full stomach is something these horses haven't felt in a while. It took months for them to get to this state, a 1 or the worst on the body condition scale that goes to 9.
Hopefully now with this and starting them on the pellets with a higher fat content, we will be able to start putting a little bit of weight back on them.
And it will take about as long to get them back up to their proper weight. However, things are looking up.
The mares are actually having enough nutrition that they're milking adequately so that the foals are getting plenty from nursing on their mothers. And I'd much rather them nurse their mothers than us try to artificially help them.
But how much do 12 horses, even at this stage of malnourishment, eat?
Between the 12, they're getting 6 bales of coastal and 6 bales of alfalfa a day, plus about 50 pounds of pellets.
Dr. Hodges plans to increase those amounts, but he has to do it slowly. And as the feed intake rises, so do the costs.
Quality coastal hay, you're looking at $11 a bale. Good quality alfalfa could be as much as $15. 50 pounds of the concentrate is going to be $15 to $17 a bag.
These horses will stay here and continue recovering until the next step, which is a hearing. Reporting in San Angelo, Sonora Scott, Fox News First. It's safe to say we all realize that horses are large animals, but when it comes to owning one, how big of an undertaking is it? You might be surprised.
It is a lifetime commitment. You're committing to that horse for the care, feeding care, veterinary services, farrier services. You're committing to that horse for a lifetime.
But sometimes that commitment falls by the wayside. Veterinarian Gary Hodges says he hears, "We just don't have time to care for the horse," a lot. As for a common excuse the sheriff gets,
at first they say they are taking care of them, and it's apparent they're not. And most of the time they're saying that it's just so expensive to feed them.
So just how much time, effort, money, and commitment does it take?
Yearly vaccinations, yearly coggins. Then you would have your horse wormed during the year several times.
The prices are going to range from about $5 a wormer up until about $13 or $15 for a tube of paste.
Would have to have at least a yearly checkup for its teeth.
which is known as our horse chuck. It's a classic feed that's been around for a long time, and that one is also running $9.85 a bag. $11.35, and these are 60-pound bales we have. It's all going to go with the amount of grain that they're going to feed, but if you're trying to get these horses healthy and worked back up, you can go through one bale in about a week.
Then you've got your shoeing of the horses, which is normally done on a 6 weeks rotation. As they get older, they're going to have more care.
And if you're boarding your horse, factor in even more.
Purchasing the horse is the smallest part of your investment.
So if you're thinking about getting a horse, make sure you're considering all these things, because it's not just your life that it will be affecting. Reporting in San Angelo, Sonora Scott, Fox News First. After months of abuse before being seized by the Tongreen County Sheriff's Office and a few weeks of rehab here at the Western Veterinary Hospital, it only took a matter of minutes for the 12 horses who captured the hearts of the Concho Valley to find a new home.
We followed the whole story from beginning to now and monitored the situation, saw them improve, waited for the auction to come along.
Ryan Akers is the ranch manager at Sugg Ranch. It's owned by Robin Sugg, who gave the go-ahead to buy all 12 of the horses at an auction put on by the sheriff's office after hearing about their condition.
It's just sad, makes you sad. You want to help, so that's what Robin did. She helped.
For a cool $3,700, these horses will be headed out to a new life. Ryan says as far as working prospects go, it's probably not in the cards for most of his new four-legged friends.
Some of them may be capable of it, many of them probably won't ever be, but a lot of them will end up probably being companion horses or something of the sort, you know, or even just lawnmowers.
But the Sugg Ranch will not do one thing: send any of these horses to slaughter. They're in the business of defending the Western way of life and even improving it, broadcasting loud and clear that the way these horses were treated isn't the norm.
Luckily, this person was found out, caught, and taken care of, and now we're doing what needs to be done to make it all better.
While the horses still have a long way to go, they're all getting healthier by the day, not just by gaining weight, but gaining their spirits back as well. Veterinarian Gary Hodges put it best, saying, "They're actually starting to act like horses again." If you're still looking to help out or even purchase one of these horses, you can contact the Sugg Ranch. I'm Sonora Scott. Back to you.